Welcome to Coffee and Conversation. My name is Honorine, and today I'm with Dylan Hickey, who is pursuing a master's in law enforcement intelligence. Dylan, welcome and thank you for being with me today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's start with a little introduction about who you are and where did you end up at FSU, or how
Oh,
did you end up at FSU?
yeah, so I'm Dylan Hickey, originally from Denver, Colorado. I was a United States Army paratrooper for about 5 years before I got out of the military to pursue my degree. Um, During my, exiting portion of the military, a few of my officers, friends who went to FSU said, they had a great veterans center and veterans, community. So I said, let me try my hand in graduate school because I had already gotten my bachelor's of science degree from Columbus State, and it, everything just fell into line, and FSU opened me up with open arms, and it was awesome. So yeah, I found law enforcement intelligence as the degree path I wanted to pursue because I have my bachelor's of science in criminal justice, and it just all fell into place. So
All right, awesome. So, can you tell me more about this master? What do you study and what is it for in the end?
sure, absolutely. So a master's degree in law enforcement intelligence is essentially, in my eyes, I mean, I don't know the book answer, but in my eyes, it's a way of kind of diving a little bit deeper into the nuances of law enforcement and the intelligence function that law enforcement and places in, federal agencies to, local, local police departments. They cover everything from management skills to human intelligence techniques to, I mean, you name it, they probably cover it. A lot of my professors, have exclusive careers in FBI, Marshal Services. I mean, you name it, they've probably done it. And it is just exceptional to be able to work closely with these professors who have so much knowledge about stuff I want to do, because at the end of my degree path, I'd like to pursue kind of the careers that they have already done. So that's what really kind of spoke out to me when I started talking and, trying to get the stuff going. So
So, why did you go into the army if you've always wanted to be in law enforcement stuff?
um I think it had to do a lot with my dad. He was a career army guy. He was artillery where I was a intelligence analyst. But I also wanted it for the experience. So I mean, the FBI, or excuse me, the army has just some of the best individuals that I could possibly, describe as far as leadership qualities. I felt that getting that experience with the army before I went to the avenues of, the FBI or DEA or CIA or whatever, life takes me. I just needed to develop myself and make myself the best candidate before I go and apply myself to such a prestigious organization as the FBI, CIA, DEA, what have you, um, is, and what they represent. So I just wanted a little bit more experience and background when until I pursue my career that way.
I see. So, what aspect of your military service was especially memorable?
That's a really good question. Um, just because there's so many. I mean, I know it sounds like such a political answer, but for any veterans that may see this, I mean, they understand, and for the non-veterans, they may not. But every interaction I had with the individuals in my unit, they made it especially amazing. I served as a paratrooper who, jumped out of perfectly good airplanes for, $100 more a month. And, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that much, but the type of brotherhood and camaraderie that you get from doing, events like that, it it really made things a lot more fun and a lot more memorable. So
So you went from jumping from airplanes to being a graduate student?
yeah, I mean, I think it was just the path that God had for me. I don't know.
Do you sometimes miss the excitement?
Every day. Absolutely. That's also a very good question. A lot of people don't ask me that. Um, yeah, because like a day to day in the army is, almost polar opposite that it is today. I go to work, I, do my stuff there, and then I come home and start school. So, and it's just reading and reading and reading and, understanding exactly what the professors are trying to teach you, and a lot of, comprehension and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely less exciting, but also very exciting in a different way because you know that you're working towards that end goal of, working in the FBI or working your dream job that you've had since you were 13 years old. And that's what gets me through, week by week by week by week, and having, huge papers about, whatever. So
Exactly, about whatever.
yeah.
Topic.
Exactly, yeah.
So what skills did you learn in the army that you apply daily?
Um, I would say it has to do with a lot of like time management, just like self-discipline. I mean, again, it's a really textbook answer, but it just works really well with that question. And it's just the army, there isn't really a lot of room for you to make we call it time hack. So like you have this due at this time, which makes it so much easier for graduate school, especially me being totally online. It's you have to get it done by this time or you get a zero. And the army also teaches you, failure isn't acceptable. So if I don't get it in at this time, and don't get full credit for it, there's something wrong and I might fail this course. Um, so that really, like, that time management really helped a lot.
So you're an online student and you just said that you have a job. So yeah,
Mhm.
how do you manage your schedule?
So luckily I have a phenomenal partner right now. My fiance will get married next month, but
Congratulations.
Kaylee is her name. Thank you so much. Give her a little shout out. But she has been such a blessing as far as helping me lay out my schedule. So, I go to work from 8 to 5. I wake up at about 5:30. I go hit the gym real quick, come back home, take a shower, get ready for work. Then work time, I have actually a very understanding boss as well. And he's really cool with me, doing a little bit of schoolwork while I'm working when I have downtime. So I do a little bit of schoolwork while I'm at my actual job. And then when I come home, again, my partner is super understanding and she just says, "Hey, I get it. Go do your thing in the office. I'll be here when you get done." And yeah, and then I just go to work for 2, 3 hours a night, come back at probably 10 o'clock at night. We have a quick conversation and we go to bed and maybe watch a movie or something. So she really has helped me lay out my stuff, and it just getting into that rhythm.
Oh, as a good support system is essential.
Absolutely. Million times over. Yes, ma'am. So
Okay. So besides school, what do you like to do in your spare time if you have any?
hmm. That's another thing is Kaylee, my partner, she does a fantastic job of being able to schedule our free time.
Mm.
So even though she works a full-time job, she still says, "Hey, Friday, like tonight, is date night. So make sure that you have, enough time to, take me out to a date." So, um, yeah, yeah, there's absolutely enough time to do your school, go to work, go to the gym, have a relationship, and all that other stuff. So as far as like my own free time, like when I'm not dealing with her, it's usually, I mean, taking a nap is super cool. As a kid, you don't want naps, but as an adult, you absolutely do. But other than that, it's just I like to be outside. I like to stay outside. It's a habit I gained from the military, and then just you know, other than that, no, not really. Actually, now that I think about it, it's just like going to the beach and kind of staying there.
Well, that's a hobby, for people
Yeah,
living in Colorado. It's not something.
that's it. That's it.
So for my last question, where do you see yourself in 5 years from today?
5 years. Ooh, another excellent question. Let's see. I graduate hopefully uh next next semester during the summer semester. So I'll graduate with my degree, hopefully. Then I'll start doing my federal job applications, FBI number one. Shout out FBI. So if you see this, please. Um, then I'll go down the list, CIA, DEA, Secret Service, Marshal's Office, goes on and on and on. Whoever picks me up first, probably accept them. If none of them do, I would go into a intelligence contracting gig somewhere, and then if the FBI does work out, they have a program called the Hostage Rescue Team that was founded by one of my idols, Danny Colson, back in I want to say 1978, 79, something like that, which is just like basically the elite SWAT force of the FBI. And that has been my dream again since I was a kid. So within 2 years of working as a field agent in the FBI, I hope to at least get a tryout with them and see how I do. So in 5 years, hopefully I'm doing that. Um, my wife and I are now expecting our first child in March.
Oh,
Yeah,
congratulations.
big bombshell at the end there. Boom. Um, so hopefully raise a successful and beautiful young man of a son and get him into successes. And yeah, that's where I see myself in 5 years, being a lovely husband, hopefully. So
Oh, that's awesome. Such a bright future.
very exciting, very
Yes,
exciting.
definitely. Why is Danny, I can't remember his last name, your
Colson.
yeah.
Oh, Danny Colson. So he has a book. It's called No Heroes. So anybody watching this, highly recommend that book. First time I read it, I think I was 17 or 18 years old. And it's it's a it's a bit of a autobiography. Like it tells his life and his experiences in the FBI, but it also goes into what the HRTT or HRT team, plural, what they do from a day to day. And it really resonated with me as a young man going into my undergraduate degree and all that other stuff. So him being the founder, and he was selected. It wasn't just like an idea he had. The director of the FBI at that time said, "Hey, Colson or Danny or whatever they said, um, we need you to start this up." And so he, you know, goes, "All right, well, how do I do it?" And he took a lot of inspiration from special forces in the United States Army, as well as, Navy SEALs and special forces, just, across all aspects of the military. So then knowing that I wanted to do the military gig, I was just like, wow, this guy is amazing. Like, why wouldn't I want to aspire to be like a successful man like this guy? So Danny Colson, No Heroes, see the book, read the book. It'd be awesome.
Great. I took a note of it.
Good. You should. Email me and let me know how it went.
I will.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for this great interview. Thank you for your
Thank you so
time.
much for having me. That was amazing. Those are really, really good questions.
Well, thank you. I'm glad. And
Yeah.
congratulations on your marriage, on your first child coming. This is an exciting 2023 year for you.
I'm ready for it, man.
And graduation. Wow.
All coming at once. It's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.